One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The Anxiety Guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the Anxiety Guy.
Warriors, my friends, my extended family, welcome to episode 255 of the Anxiety Guy podcast. I am your grateful host, Dennis Simsek. And before I get into this very important podcast, I want to remind you that the audiobook version of F Coping Start Healing is now out on Amazon. Pick it up, study it, begin your healing with me today through F Coping Start Healing, the audiobook on Amazon. And warriors, today in this podcast episode, I want to talk about you. I want to talk about you and this journey because I've been doing a number of Instagram lives and Facebook lives lately, and it's incredible how many questions I get on what the process is to having an anxiety disorder in a person's life. How did we get to this place? And why is it important to understand how you got to this place? Well, it's important because with understanding comes clarity. With clarity comes the opportunity for different types of actions. So not only today am I going to provide you with my 5 favorite methods for healing an anxiety disorder, but I want to make things clear to you. And let's begin with this. The icky feelings that arise when we want something new is the problem. You know what I mean, those icky feelings in the background. You know, you may consciously say, I deserve everything. I am limitless. I can overcome my anxiety disorder. But in the background, there's some kind of resistance. There's a voice, there's a feeling that says, I don't think so. If we wholeheartedly believed in what our conscious minds project, we'd be anxiety-free, wouldn't we? We would be. All of us would be. We'd be awakened. We'd be transformed. But unfortunately, this resistance keeps appearing daily. So what is it? The icky feelings come from the subconscious. And in fact, I want you to write these down because you need to understand first before you can do anything about your anxiety disorder. Icky feelings come from the subconscious. The subconscious is connected to the inner child. The inner child had experiences that led to believing in limits, doubts, and fears, rather than believing in being limitless, free from doubt, and unconditionally loving. These experiences that I talk about created what I refer to as our core beliefs. These are our core beliefs. These core beliefs manifest as feelings in your body. This is the resistance. This is the voice that holds you back from truly believing in what your conscious mind is saying. These feelings are what prevent a person from wholeheartedly adopting a new belief around something. To create a change, we must feel differently towards the things that we fear. Therefore, we create new core beliefs and coherence between the adult conscious mind and the child subconscious mind has arisen. Can you imagine going through your day, having the subconscious child side of you and the conscious adult mind in total coherence? You think something and you feel that it's correct. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's called anxiety recovery. But not only anxiety, let's go beyond anxiety. This means that you are becoming you. You're no longer walking around this planet as an artificial version of your unique self, because that's what anxiety is. Now that we understand a little bit better how we got to this place, here are some of my favorite ways to make this transition happen. Now, let me remind you that you can put these methods together. You don't have to do them individually. So, intuitively, you'll understand which one speaks to you the most. The first method that I truly, truly believe in, and I've seen over and over again the effectiveness of it, is HMR, connected to holographic memory resolution. Now, that's a mouthful, but it's not as complicated as the wording makes it seem. The founder of HMR is a man by the name of Brent Baum. I want you to look this person up. And I'm a huge fan of his. In fact, when the right time presents itself, I use a few of the HMR practices in my own sessions. HMR is based around regression therapy, and it's incredibly, incredibly effective at altering the way the subconscious has stored the interpretation of a past traumatic event. The second method that I love is hypnosis. Hypnosis works for people who've hit rock bottom and are willing to let go and stop fighting for control. Now, a good hypnotist will help get your conscious mind and your critical factor, the security guard for your core beliefs, out of the way. And what happens when the conscious mind and the critical factor, the security guard for your core beliefs, get out of the way, is that communication can happen directly with the subconscious and the initial sensitizing events around your anxiety. That's what hypnosis does. It says, hey, conscious mind, go for lunch, go for a pizza. Hey, critical factor, just step aside for a little bit and let me dialogue directly with the part of this person that is creating the feelings and the resistances to change. In the more extreme versions of hypnosis, you can dive into the book Answer Cancer by a man named Stephen Parkhill. I love this guy. Hypnosis, remember, comes in varying degrees of being hypnotized. So it may be mild, it may be more extreme. And as you dive deep into hypnosis, you're going to learn more about yourself, your fears, and the process altogether. The third method I want to talk about is NLP, or Neuro-Linguistic Programming. You know what this is? This is the study of successful thinkers. NLP combines imagery, combines intention, and many times the body to bring about changes in the subconscious mind-body. Now, I do believe that if we're going to utilize imagery to continue on our healing path, we must emphasize the use of the body along with the imagery. What I want you to do is check out an NLP instructor by the name of David Snyder on YouTube for more on this. He's, in my opinion, one of the best in terms of connecting imagery exercises with somatic engagement as well. NLP by the co-founder, Richard Bandler. So any books by Richard Bandler will help you to understand this method towards healing your anxiety disorder. Notice, I didn't say manage. I didn't say cope. I don't like those words. I said healing. The fourth method that I want to discuss is CBT. CBT is, in my opinion, a follow-up to Stoicism. There are so many connections between the practices of the Greek and Roman traditions that was related to Stoicism that you will find within cognitive behavioral therapy. Now, CBT, in my opinion, is good in conjunction with a method that helps to regress to the cause of the anxiety disorder. And you want to make sure that you don't rely on CBT by itself, because in my personal experience, it can potentially be quite limiting. You may improve your present emotional state, but there seems to be a ceiling to your healing with CBT. So there needs to be some kind of regression work done alongside CBT, in my opinion, in order to really get to the roots of what anxiety is. Now, if you're interested in CBT, I recommend the book Feel the Way You Want to Feel by Aldo Pucci. Aldo Pucci, Feel the Way You Want to Feel, no matter what. And this will kickstart your CBT-based healing journey. Now, finally, I just simply want to talk about a method that is simple but also can be complicated. I'm talking about meditation. Meditation is getting more and more complicated in today's world. People are looking for more and more ways to introduce meditation to people that have never done meditation in order for them to look like some kind of a guru. And I believe that the simplest forms of meditation will do the most for you. Meditation, in terms of sitting and closing your eyes and focusing on your breathing patterns solely and becoming no mind, becoming no name, becoming nothing, will give you the opportunity to see beyond your fears, to see beyond matter itself. With meditation, what starts to happen for a lot of people is they begin connecting themselves more so to energy than to matter. They see themselves as more than just a body. They are an energetic being living in a physical body, and this energy is making a difference in everything outside of them as well as inside of them. Meditation will give you that. That's why I wanted to add this as being a particular method that you can utilize each and every day to begin creating the clarity and the insights you need to heal your anxiety disorder. Remember this: anything can work for anyone at any time. So don't limit yourself, even if a method may feel a little foreign to you. I want you to be open-minded. I want you to be unconditionally loving towards what you're doing for yourself right now. I want you to strengthen your intuitiveness by even writing down your moments of clarity in a clarity journal. All of these methods will give you clarity. Clarity towards yourself, clarity towards other people, towards your past, what your future is going to look like. And you need to become aware of that clarity, because anxiety is auto-hypnosis. You have automatically been hypnotizing yourself into an emotional state to the point where you believe you are anxiety. That's why I always tell you that you are more than anxiety. Don't let those words simply be nothing. Understand the words "you are more than anxiety." This isn't an identity. These are patterns. These are habits. These are environments that cause you to believe things about yourself that are false. False. All in the name of survival and protection. Well, let me tell you something. Do you want to be 90 years of age, 100 years of age, look back on your life and say, boy, I lived a very protective life. I'm so happy at the amount of time I spent looking to be safe in every single scenario? I don't think so. You want to look back and say, I lived a life that I can be proud of. I made a difference in other people's lives, but I only began affecting other people's lives for the better after I made my own life better. That's when you are free to go and to move on towards another life or whatever it may be that comes after this life. You can then be proud of yourself. I want you to begin winning each and every day, focusing on progress, not the outcome or the results. You have no control over the outcome or the results, so why spend time concerning yourself around it? Focus on the process and understand that you are more than anxiety. If you have any questions on any of my anxiety recovery programs, head over to theanxietyguy.com today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.